The sterling Christmas table looked like a magazine spread. Ring lights, staged flowers, and my sister Sloane directing a cameraman as if our mother's dining room were a set. I stood in the doorway, rocking my 6-month-old son, Leo, against my shoulder, breathing cinnamon and roasted turkey while wishing for quiet. My husband, Ethan, fresh in dress uniform after 6 months away, caught my eye and gave me the kind of steady smile that says, "We've got this." Sloane lifted her phone to narrate gratitude, never once mentioning Ethan's deployment or that this was Leo's first Christmas. Plates were plated for the camera before anyone else. Dad scrolled. Mom rearranged napkins that photograph better. I set Leo in his heirloom high chair, the one with gentle dents from generations of small hands. Halfway through the meal, Sloane whispered to her cameraman, "Let's capture natural chaos." Leo's babble shifted to overtired fussing. I stood to take him to the guest room. "No breaks," Sloane said, palm out. "Authenticity plays." The whimpering became a cry. Ethan suggested a pause. Mom sided with Sloane. Dad kept carving. Sloane kept talking into her phone about the beautiful mess of family. Then she leaned across the table and, crack, her palm struck Leo's cheek. Silence. The red bloomed. Leo's breathless scream tore through me. Ethan rose, voice low and absolute. "Turn off the camera." The red light died. He lifted Leo, whispering until hiccups replaced sobs. "Sloane," he said, "you hit my infant son." She blinked, already searching for a narrative. "He was being disruptive." "He's 6 months old," Ethan said. "We're done." He looked at me. "Maya, pack his things." We left to the sound of my mother pleading from the doorway, and Sloane insisting it was barely a tap. In the car, Leo slept against Ethan's chest. My hands shook, but something inside me locked into place. No more pretending, no more silence. By morning, the apartment felt like a command post. Ethan brewed coffee one-handed while Leo drowsed in his sling, warm against my chest. I opened a notes app and recorded everything. The time, the words, the angle of Sloane's hand, the shape of Leo's cry. Not a manifesto, just a record to hold when doubt bargained. We drove to Leo's pediatrician. The nurse cooed as she weighed him. The doctor examined his cheek under a penlight and took a photo for the chart. "He's okay," she said, "and you did the right thing coming in." Relief made my knees watery. She handed me a note documenting the visit. Back home, Ethan emailed himself photos he'd taken of the mark before it faded. "Paper trail," he said, tucking the note into our safe. I opened my messages to missed calls. "Mom, can we talk?" "Dad, don't escalate." "Sloane, don't ruin my brand." I typed one message, sent to all three. "We will not return until boundaries are respected. No filming Leo, no touching him without consent, no minimizing harm." I watched the bubbles appear, then disappear. That afternoon, a video appeared. "Why I took a break from content," Sloane's voice bruised. She cast herself as a martyr to family drama and new mom sensitivities. Comments bloomed like mold. I closed the app and switched to airplane mode. Night fell. Ethan traced circles on Leo's back while I wrote a letter I might never mail. "Dear Sloane, I love the girl you were before the audience. I don't know where she went, but for Leo's sake, I can't." The next morning, I woke to a quiet phone. No badges, no bubbles, only the heater's hum and Leo's soft breaths. I made oatmeal, set a bowl beside Ethan, and opened my laptop. Instead of watching Sloane's feed, I wrote, "Rules to live by. Consent isn't optional. Privacy is a right, not a prop. Family is not a monetization strategy. Consequence, violate once, we step back a year. Twice, we step away for good." At noon, the doorbell rang. Through the peephole. My parents. I let them in. Mom's eyes went to Leo, Dad's to the floor. "We came to apologize," Mom said. "We were wrong." Ethan nodded but didn't fill the silence. I handed them the printed page. Dad read, then swallowed. "These are reasonable." Mom folded the paper. "Sloane wants to apologize too." "She can call," I said. "No cameras, no spin." That evening, Sloane called. Her voice trembled. I lost sight, she said. I thought audience meant love. I'm seeing someone about it. She didn't ask for forgiveness. She asked for the rules. I read them. She repeated each one back, slowly, as if learning a new language. We met a week later in a park. No cameras. Sloane brought a knitted hat for Leo. She didn't reach for him. She asked. I nodded. He studied her face, then yawned. On the way home, Ethan squeezed my hand. The city slid by. My world felt smaller and safer, like a house with a good lock and lights in every room. I pictured future holidays with fewer viewers and more chairs pulled close. I turned off my phone and slept.